Hello friends, welcome back to the bench. Thank you very much for joining me. Today we are congratulating Scarleth, if I'm pronouncing it right, from Utah. Recently, a few days ago, Tony started doing giveaways, and one of the giveaways is IR6500 machine modded by Tony. And as you can see, it's the box behind me. Pretty big, hefty box. Now, my plan was to test it, do like a socket replacement on it, and obviously upgrade it, and then deliver it to the winner. However, I kind of ran out of time, and a few other things happened in the meantime, so I'm unable to do it quickly, and because of that, I don't want to keep the machine in my shop because the winner is waiting for his package and probably wants to start playing with it. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna provide all the equipment, and the winner is going to have to do a little bit of soldering. So that's gonna be a tiny project for you. So number one, why is Tony giving this away? Well, some people don't like the idea that you need a computer to kind of oversee the process of, either, any kind of BGA, right? Some people like it more manual for the machine to be self-contained. Now, using Rework Pro for this gives you amazing advantage. It gives you very good control. You can control both headers, top and bottom headers, so we can create very long profiles that technically the machine doesn't support. If you just use PC410 controller with Rex, you can have a profile of up to 8 steps, and each step cannot be longer than, I don't remember, roughly maybe 10 minutes. I think even a little less than that, which poses a big problem in what I do. I need to preheat the board really slowly, otherwise it's just going to start warping, right? And once it starts warping, you can't resolder the socket properly. So if the process doesn't work for you, if the socket or the board doesn't work after the procedure, most likely your profile was not long enough, which caused the board to warp and some bolts didn't solder on. But to do it without Rework Pro, it would be very difficult. It can be done. I used to do it before I wrote Rework Pro. I used to do it with PC410 only. So essentially for half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, you just have to sit at the machine and then slowly upping the temperatures and stuff until you actually start the profile, the final few steps. Rework Pro makes it easy for you because you just download the huge profile that I've been tweaking for the past several months, and you essentially just set and forget. That's how I do it. I put the board over, obviously there's some prep and stuff, but once I put everything together, I just hit start and I leave, right? I don't sit, I don't watch the machine, or I just do something else in the shop. Then after roughly 45-50 minutes, I know the profile is going to start. There are a few other improvements that I'm working on to make that even easier. But that allows me to do those complex profiles without actually physically needing to control the process. Everything is prepared, and the computer controls the machine. That's how I like it. However, recently we've been working with one of the contributors on a device much like this one, where you have a touchscreen and you can create profiles and just control the machine from the touchscreen. So you can remove the computer from the equation, and you still can control both headers and all that kind of stuff. And now that's going to be quite a while before we have that working, because we are very early in the development, but it's progressing very nicely. So number one, what I'm giving you is TF232 converter. The one that is installed in the machine will not work on Windows 11. You can force installation of the driver, I know some people, Nathan uses the original PL chip. He just forced it to install on Windows 11. But I recommend switching to this. Now, this is TTL, so in addition, you also need MAX232. It's a tiny little chip that converts TTL into RS232. It's basically a voltage level shifter. This is essentially a charge pump. Now remember that this is dual input, dual output. So if you solder on input on the top, output needs to be on the top. If you solder input at the bottom, the output needs to be at the bottom. So don't solder on wires at the bottom on this side and at the top on this side, because it's not going to work. So technically you can control two devices with this little chip. Just wire up and 3 wires going to the PC410 controller. I have a video where I explain how to do it. Second, you're getting Rework TC. Once you connect Rework TC to your computer, like so, and start Rework Pro, it'll ask you whether you want to use Rework TC bed controller. If you don't want it, then you just hit no. Hit yes, and Rework TC will be found at 9600 baud on whatever COM you connected it to. So once you click OK, you see that TC, we have TC reading. Right now the set point is at 37. Make sure that you either run auto tuning or you tune it yourself, because it's by default is set to 1.5 and 50. So at this configuration for this machine, the D is way too high, P is way too low, and I is perhaps even a bit low. It kind of depends how quickly you want it to heat up. I prefer it to be somewhere at around 0.2, 0.25. The P at around 3, 4, and D at around 10. That's my configuration, and you can just go to Rework TC tab, and you can run auto tune from here. Auto tune is over here. Well, we're not connected to because you need to be connected to the PC410 controller. We just have Rework TC over here. But you can also test it over here, and you can set PID over here, even if you're not connected to PC410. So that's Rework TC. Now for Rework TC to work, we need to connect a thermocouple. So this is the module that you connect to this, and you just disconnect a thermocouple from the Rex and connect it to this adapter. And that's pretty much it. I suggest doing it how I have it set up. So PC410 is controlling Rework TC, essentially, in a way. It just removes the power for the solid state relay. Now you could connect Rework TC directly to the relay. That way you could control the bed without PC410, but it is not considered safe. So I suggest doing it the way it was done before, meaning PC410 needs to be turned on for Rework TC to work, and that's how Rework Pro actually treats it. So we're putting all of this in a nice little baggie, and the baggie is gonna be saying this from BHR and a little heart, a little crooked heart, but you know how it is. And we're gonna put it in the box here somewhere. So look for it, don't throw it away. And we're gonna close the box and we're gonna ship it to Utah. In conjunction with Rework Pro, this machine can be treated as a professional tool. And as you can see, I do pretty intricate stuff on this machine. Now you only have to be aware of limitations, and you just need to get some experience. You just need to feel this machine out. Remember that when you buy cheaper tools, or when you use when you use cheaper tools essentially instead of expensive professional tools, those tools are going to require a little more knowledge and experience and skill from you, while the expensive tools just kind of take that heavy lifting and handle that heavy lifting and make it a little easier. It's not 100% for 100% cases. Sometimes super expensive professional tools also require even more. They're less intuitive and just expect you to know a lot of stuff. So it's not the best for entry level. IR6500, I think it's excellent for entry level, but it kind of also depends what you intend to do on it. In Rework Pro, you have a tab, community tab. Once you connect, you have dozens of profiles that you can use that were developed either by me or the rest of the community for any particular cases. So maybe for GPUs, maybe like in my case, I have a lot of profiles for socket replacements with Rework TC or without. There are some game consoles and stuff like that. Profiles for reflow, for replacement, all that kind of stuff. And if you have issues using it, there's a Rework Pro channel on our Discord, and that's where you can ask questions, get some help. We have plenty of talented BGA technicians that can assist you with almost anything you can possibly work on. And that's it. Once again, congratulations to Scarleth, and the machine is going out today. Thank you, Tony, for sending me the machine first, and thank you all of you guys for watching and supporting Black Horse Repairs and Northwest Repair and all of the other channels. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't exist. Thank you guys again, and I shall see you guys in the next one.